So, welcome to this video on the 2021 ordinary level question B2, okay, where we're doing the axonometric axis method for isometric projection of a life buoy, right? So, the elevation and plan of the box are shown in their positions. Okay, we have to draw the given equilateral triangle ABC, and so hint equilateral triangle first, and then the axonometric axis X, Y and Z. Now that should be Z and that should be Y, because that's the elevation. The Z axis is coming out from the vertical plane and the elevation is projected onto the vertical plane. Part B, draw the elevation and plan in their position as shown. Part C, draw the rectangular outline, so the rectangular faces. Part D, complete the curved projection of the life buoy box, including the semicircular top. So the equilateral triangle is 100. So we're going to draw our equilateral triangle, okay, 100 in length. Okay, then we can either use our set square, okay, or our compass to draw the equilateral triangle. So using the compass there just gives you a quick, fast idea. Okay, the exact height is the apex. Now there's the equilateral triangle, 100 in size. Okay, so my y-axis is going to be going through that. Here's my x-axis, or there's my z-axis rather, and here's my x-axis. So that's z, that's x, that's y. Contrary to what the question says, that should be the z-axis. Now, I'm going to set up the elevation and plan in the required positions as shown. Okay, if I take, this is a good trick that mostly works. Alright, sometimes it doesn't if they trim that distance in, right? But if I take my pencil there, that's just, and measure that, that's just a little bit less than line A to B. So for setting up the views, if we go out about 80 or 85 from the edge of the triangle CB, we can start a position for our elevation. Now we want to project parallel to the axis, so project parallel to the z-axis, 60-degree line here, so parallel to edge of the triangle CB, put here, and then I'm going to bring out, okay, the z-axis, and it intersects at the center for the semicircle. I'm going to take my compass, draw in a semicircle, now where that intersects the z-axis, I'm going to connect that to the end point of the semicircle. So this is me with my 60, 30 and 45 degree set square on top of my 60, 30 set square to get the position of the view. Now it's 30, 15 and radius 30 is the heights and elevation. So 30, 15 and radius 30. So I have 30 here and a further 15. So I can go over and do that here now. After I mark 60 along the bottom, so it's 60 along the bottom because it's radius 30. So it's 30 and then a 15. Now, so marked in 30 there. I'm going to draw in my centre line, draw my semicircle, okay. Now I'm going to start the plan view now. So it doesn't tell you the length in plan view specifically, but the plan view is the same length as the elevation. So if the elevation is 60 in length, the plan view is going to be 60 in length too. Now, same idea. Okay, if you look at there, they're close to the same, so maybe about down 90 for our plan view. So I'm going to drop down 90. Going to go across then. Going to drop down here. Going to take my compass, draw in my semicircle, stairs a bit off. Okay, just now, so 45 degrees set square, and we can set up our plan. So it's 60 in length, as it's 60 in length in elevation, and it's 25 thick. So 60 there. .25 thick. There we go, that's my plan view done. Now, I'm going to label this 1, 2, 3, 4. So in plan, this is 1/2, 3/4. Now, to get those points, so we're on part C now, the rectangular outline, I'm going to project 1 and 2 parallel to the y-axis. From plan. Then I'm going to project 1 and 2 from elevation parallel to the z-axis. And where they intersect is line 1 to 2 in the isometric projection. Now I'm going to project 3 and 4 from plan parallel to the y-axis. Then I'm going to project 3 and 4 parallel to the z-axis from plan, or from elevation rather. So there's 3, there's 4. If it's done right, these are going to connect. Careful though, you don't join 1 and 3 because they don't join in elevation. So it's just 2 and 4. So 2, 4 join together. And there's 1 and 3. I'm going to label this A, or I'll label it M and N. Now, here's M is on the inside here, so is N. So all we have to do is project down, parallel to the z-axis. Now you don't really need to only do one letter here, project either letter M or N in, down, because, they should connect together at a line at a 30-degree angle. So there's M, there's N, and there's number 1. Now let's do the back face here. So I'll call that 5/6, 7/8. So 1/5, 2/6, 3/7, 4/8. Now, 5 and 6 is really already brought up. So there's 6 inside, and there's number 5. 7 and 8 brought up. There's number 7. There's number 8. So I can join 7 to 8, and then I will heavy in 1 to 5 later. Okay, I'm about to do the curved section on this now. It gives us a hint. These little points here are giving us a hint. Divide it into 60-30. Handy way of doing it. Setting your compass to radius 30. Now, swing from the vertices of the semicircle, and there from the end of the radius line. Okay, now we're going to label these A, B, C, D, E. Now we need to get those points in plan, right? Now the lengths in elevation and plan are the same, so we're going to measure how far across these are. So I'm just going to get my set square here. Just going to project these down parallel to the end face. So I'm going to take my compass now here. So I'm going to bring A, B. Now for speed, you could get the centre and flip them left and right to the centre in plan. That's what you could do for speed. There's the centre. Next one. And second last one. There we go. So I'm going to label these in plan. So this is A, B, C, D, E. Now the concept is the same. I'm going to project the each letter up. So I'm going to project A up, and then I'd project A down. Now if I was doing this in the exam, I'd project all the points upwards at the one time, and then project all the points downward at 30 degrees at the one time. But to teach you the method, it might be simpler for me just to do one point at a time. So projected B up and B down. And yes, it's natural that they appear on the same line. And I'm going to project C downwards at 30 degrees and C upwards at 30 degrees from plan view. So there's point C. A D. There's point D. Point E. We'll project downwards and upwards from E. Now I don't like where C is there. Just gives me the creeps a little bit. Okay, so I knew there. This E, not perfectly accurate. It should be halfway. So I just knew it wasn't right. There's a bit of inaccuracy. So I'm just going to bring. That's where C should be. I'm going to freehand sketch these in. Keep my hand inside the curve. So I go around, moving my body around to do these. Now, that's the fun part. Okay, the back part, right? Look, this is how you could do the back part. So I could get N or E on the back face, right? And could label this E1. I could bring E up here. That's point E1. Right, there is a faster way of doing this. I set your compass to the distance and the width of the object in the isometric projection. Okay, and we'll test out are these the same, yeah? Now, look, from each of the letters, step that distance back on the 30-degree lines. It's faster. Okay, now we're going to freehand sketch them in. Then we can heavy this line here. A heavy line down there. Curved line there. Now, I'm going to heavy these in with black marker now. And there you go.